Let me see who's joining online. We have 8 people. Great to see you all. We usually have about close to 20. Don't know what happened to them. Uh, Probably they are busy doing other things. That's always the case. Everybody has things to do. So today I like to talk about thoughts. Before that, do you have any questions or do you want to wait? You'll wait for the question to come if it ever comes, right?
Yeah, I don't have any.
Sure, no problem. So the subject of today is thoughts, and I read something that says ocean has hundreds and thousands of whales, but it never gets upset about them. It's always the case that it has all these whales in every place, big ones, small ones, sometimes no whales. It's calm. It's just like our mind. We have thousands of thoughts, and we do get upset with some of them, and that is the problem. So, how do we? This is why we meditate to turn off all these sense doors and stay present with the gift of breath that is like an anchor and let it guide us through tranquility and inner peace. So, if we all focus on the nature's ways, like the ocean's way, sometimes that teaches us many things. You know, people put dirt in it, people put, all kinds of things, but the ocean doesn't get upset. We as humans have to suffer the consequences, but the ocean's nature itself teaches us a valuable lesson that getting upset, worrying about things, regrets piling, and reacting. Uh, this would this would this would be very toxic for our system, particularly to our mind and the body, because any thought that comes, the body knows. Only when we are more mindful, we notice that this is the thought that came. Sometimes, when we don't pay attention, it takes hours before we catch where this all started. So it has gone very far from, starting that thought in us to making it a big action. And the body gets involved verbally, physically, or mentally in creating a reality that we believe. We have a tendency to believe these thoughts. Sometimes when we meet someone randomly, we don't talk with them. We think that that person will be upset when we talk. And usually when you do a group event, sometimes you ask people, okay, talk about your favorite food. And now everybody says, oh, I love ice cream, I love chocolate, I love fruits and stuff. And that way you now have a little bit of information about the other person. So when this information is out, you also can get more information that way from others. Or you can also ask, like, talk to the other person and get their favorite food, their nickname, and where they are from. So that way you now have a reason to talk to the other person, and you also now know what their favorite food is, where they are from, and their nickname. So this has now become a conversation starter for them, breaking the mental barriers. This is very hard for many people, and this is where people have supermarket phobia, food phobia, meaning you can't eat in public. You feel like going to a supermarket and walking out could be judged by other people, uh, and judgment definitely is a problem for presenters, for us, for others who has to present something. We think we are not welcome, our thoughts are not welcome. So all of that is happening in our thoughts. And yesterday I gave a talk to children via Zoom. They are based in Los Angeles. One of them asked, how, when somebody says that we are a donkey, children experience that. How do we, how do we react? I said, there are two ways you can react and choose the one that you like. Said you can get angry about it. And you can also calmly say, well, my name is this. You can either use that name or just don't get, you know, don't call me different names. So, but the way you tell that is the choice. The way you tell that, if you react to it with anger, they win. That is your judgment that they have judged you, and that is that judgment reacting badly towards them. So the children understood that you can say the same thing in a calm way that would perhaps put an end to a big bullying incident. But this is very hard for children because the hormones are active, creating another reaction within the body. Until the hormones are calm, it's very hard for them to talk rightly. So the other third thing that happens is that you think about it repeatedly, uh, and by doing that, we have accepted it, and we have called ourselves a donkey many times. That's us doing it more. They may have told us that thing just one time, but we continue to remember that, and we have an impulse to call ourselves by that name, and we create a memory about it. Sometimes this leads to bad memories. So the thoughts, that way, when we believe in them, they hurt us and they create an incident creating somebody, hurting somebody else. So the Buddha tells us, speak with wisdom, speak when it doesn't hurt you, speak when it doesn't hurt others. Think about that. Practice that. It needs training. And I think it comes from having a break from everything else, unplugging yourself, giving that break and processing the right things in our mind's home. As I always say, we don't live in, I learned this from a psychiatrist who shared a write-up after this famous actor committed suicide. She said, people are programmed for success, but they are never programmed to handle failures. And that is the biggest judgment, that we are a failure. The problem is, she said, we don't live in bungalows, we don't live in flats, we don't live in homes, we live in our mind. That is an unlimited area. Bungalows and flats are limited areas. We spend quite a lot of time in our minds. If regrets are piling and problems, toxicity of the problems increase, our mind home is dirty. This is why we meditate to sweep our mind home. Pay attention, become aware of these tendencies to catch them earlier and see the reaction growing but not getting caught up. So be like the oceans. Any questions? no questions, we will end today. Thank you for showing up online and thank you for coming. But we will switch to online programs. Please share your emails and I will send you these notices about our programs. Did you hear from us from website or how did you?
Meet up.
Meet up, right?
Meet
So
up, yeah.
I will ask the administrator to update there that we do the programs online.
Thank you, yeah, because you don't get that, the sense that this is like a virtual event.
Right.
What are you looking at?
Exactly. So it needs to be clear to people. But for a long time, we didn't have any. You came last Saturday and you brought
My girlfriend.
your
yeah.
girlfriend
I've been
here.
telling her about it since I came last time.
Right.
Yeah,
I hope you enjoyed it.
yeah, really nice. I
Thank you.
haven't ever been to one.
Oh, good. Good.
Great experience, yeah.
Great. All right. So may all beings be well and happy. Mark, are you going to ask a question?
No, I just wanted to show my face.
Great. You look beautiful, Mark.
You do too.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great to socialize. People don't see each other. You can
Right.
all turn on your videos,
Yeah.
if you feel comfortable. So earlier, Mark happened to say that you were not used to longer meditations, but today it seems like maybe this was the right length for you.
Yeah, actually, I've really made some progress with my meditating.
Great.
So I have been sitting. It's not unusual for me to sit I can sit for 40 minutes. I just use a guide. Using a guided meditation makes it a lot easier.
For me.
And I've been meditating to Thich Nhat Hanh.
Mhm.
He has a lot of high quality videos from Plum Village on YouTube.
Great.
And so I've been doing those. And then the other thing is that it's really taken me years to actually find a comfortable seated position. So it's interesting because just lately, within the last couple of months, I've learned to still my body.
Mhm.
So when I can still my body, that makes it that much easier to still my mind. So
Yes, I found that,
yeah,
I was struggling with sitting postures, but when I found the right posture or when I moved to a chair and I used a guided meditation, it helped me tremendously. Now that I do these group guided meditations, and by guiding the group, it helps me more
right.
to stay with it. All right, happy meditation. Thank you for coming and enjoy the rest of the week. Sandeepani says, "Bahut a great day, Shila." Thank you.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you.
Thank you.